I love football.
I'm ready to go for football.
Go live those over and over for the rest of my life. College football.
I love football because I get my anger, stress, everything. I forget it when I'm playing. So when I'm stressing, going through something, lose a job, ain't got no money, I get on the field, I forget. Think I'm rich. It's fun. I mean, hitting people, scoring, cheers, all of that. And it's exciting. I feel untouchable playing football. Ninth grade, I tried out for the high school team at Denby Tech. I made it. First game, rode the bench. Went back to Little League. In 10th grade, I played half the season for the Saints. Went to the coast. 11th grade, I went playing varsity. East Detroit High School. They followed me home. Kicked me off the team because I didn't stay in the area. 11th grade, I was playing for Osborne. I didn't start the first 2 games. Homecoming game, I ended up earning my spot corner. I caught an interception on the goal line to seal it. That was my favorite game of 11th grade season. Then the next season, I was considered good. I was getting my letters. I went to visit Michigan State, Ohio State, University of Ohio, Toledo. I don't want to go to none of them schools, though. I wanted to go to my University of Miami. The reason I didn't play college ball, the main reason was I got into trouble. I had caught a case. Went to jail for armed robbery. I was found not guilty. Like, the charges was dropped. It just, getting arrested for that, it was a bad look. And then I had a kid too, so I had to focus. Instead of leaving, I had to focus on getting money, going to work, take care of the kid. After I determined I wasn't going to college to play, I just started working, and then I found out about the semi-pro football. And, so I went to check it out. I ended up playing there. I'm on my 7th year playing semi-pro. My first 2-3 years, I was trying to go somewhere with it and make it. Few guys make it, but some do. My son, little Marcus, he's 7. He really into football, so once he really ready to take off and put his all into football, that's when I'm gonna get my dream up and focus on his.
Started out, I went to Waterford Kettering High School, and my 9th grade year, I played freshman football. I'm undersized guy, still am. Played safety and I played guard. We're a small school, not a lot of size around there. Heading into junior year, we coming off a 0-9 season. My sophomore year, the varsity team went 0-9. So junior year, we get a new head coach. I came up with 7 picks that season and 7 starts, and it was a big turnaround year for us. You know, we didn't do great. We ended up only 2-7. And then going into senior year, I'm starting safety. We're having a great start. We started out 3-0, and I go down with my first kind of minor major injury of a grade 2 MCL sprain, and that's just a minor. You know, I was only out about 2.5 weeks. So we come back, and that first game back, I have one of the best games of my career where I had 9 tackles and I had 2 interceptions and 2 PBUs, and it was huge. So we won out, and it was crazy because we beat our rival. We go to playoffs, and we're excited. We pull our first game, Wall Lake Northern. We end up losing that game 21-14. My football coach hit me up over the summer after I graduated, and he asked me, well, what are your college plans? Where are you going? What are you doing? And I told him, plans fell through, and I got nothing right now. This is mid-July. And he said, I know a guy. His name's Coach O'Brien. He's from Adrian College, and I'm actually just sending two of your teammates there this fall as well. So I mean, if you want to go to Adrian, you can go to Adrian. And I said, all right, yeah, it's cool. Let's go. So now Here I am freshman year, and I don't get much playing time. I'm sitting behind our all-region free safety, so I didn't get no playing time that year. But sophomore year came, and this was my year. You know, this is the year I got there. I was told I'm going to be the starter. We go to our first scrimmage, and a week before the season starts for real. And we play Ohio Northern home, and I tear my ACL in my left knee, and that was my first major injury of my life. So, long story short, I missed the whole entire season. I have to battle back. I'm going to rehab 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, doing everything I can to get back. And come time for junior year, about week 5, I had a little setback. Not much I could feel, but something that was noticeable by coaches and athletic trainers that I wasn't moving the same. So I had another setback there. I sit out 2 weeks. Moving forward, we go to senior year, and the second year after an ACL surgery, that's usually like the year you get your step back, you see the big improvements, you see you're back where you want to be. And just when I was getting the compliments, hey, you look great, you know, and I'm feeling great, I go down again. We play in Ohio Northern home again, just like last time.
Football means to me pretty much everything that I have going for me right now in my life. Growing up, it was a big part of my life. You know, playing high school, all the way from youth football up through college. You know, the teammates that you gain, the discipline lessons that you learn. It basically is the only reason I got through college academically, and ended up playing, you know, JV football freshman and sophomore year. Never played freshman football, so I got moved up right away. I played tight end in high school, and that was an experience. Played quarterback my whole life, and then moving to tight end, and then I was a pretty good baseball player. Thought that was probably going to be my calling, but I really loved football. I loved everything about it, the competition-wise, and got some offers to play, you know, D2 football. Pretty much every school in the state of Indiana, you know, other than the Big Ten schools, offered me to play football, and then ended up getting a really good scholarship offer from Urbana University in Urbana, Ohio. When I got to Urbana, they had me playing tight end. Ended up playing some scout team quarterback my freshman year, and then never looked back really. Basically started 3.5 years of my college career, and it was a lot of fun. I miss it every day. My Urbana days, I could go live those over and over for the rest of my life. College football is special. It takes a special person to play college football. I ended up graduating that December after my redshirt senior year. Moved back home to Indianapolis, started working at a sporting goods store back home, which is kind of what my family did growing up. So I started working there, and after a month of being home, I got a phone call from my college coach. And I'm thinking I probably did something wrong, even though I'm not there anymore. But he called me and asked me if I wanted to play football in Europe, that was probably the quickest answer I'd ever given to any question I've ever been asked in my life, which was a resounding yes. I told my manager that day I got the call. A guy from Germany called me that afternoon. I was on a plane within 5 days. You know, they had a place for me to live and everything, and you know, I just didn't know anything about it. So I don't speak the language. I didn't know anything about German football or really German culture itself. But I was interested to get a chance to see the world and play more football. So I did that for a year. It was a spring season, so we went from, you know, March to June basically. And then I would come home, and I worked with Southport High School in Indianapolis in the fall. I ended up going back to a team in Paris, France, in the French league. So after my final game in my French league season, you know, we had missed making the playoffs and you know, to compete for the Euro Bowl. Ended up having one of my best games, my last game of the season. Threw 4 touchdowns, 400 yards. I'm basically ready to kind of celebrate with the guys one last time. You know, I'll be heading back to the States the next week. So after French League, I came home, back to Indianapolis, back to work with the high school. During the fall, I would also substitute teach just to make some cash during the day. And guess my breaking point was there.
Yeah, my 3rd year playing semi-pro. That was the year I was like, okay, I'm out here. This is gonna be my year that decides if I'm gonna try to go back to school and make it to the league, or if I'm just gonna sit down and relax and focus on life after football. So that year came. I had a good year, but semi-pro. If you ain't got the right people behind you, ain't nobody gonna see you. So that year I had a good year, but ain't nobody see me. And then the next year, I got older, a year older, and I just decided that this is gonna be my hobby.
So now I'm in this terrible spot where I gotta decide: is two ACL tears? Is that too many? It's too many? And even on the field, right when I got hurt and I'm laying on the ground waiting for the athletic trainer to get to me, I already knew in my head. I knew what happened, and it's really at that point where it was kind of the breaking point right there. I was kind of like, I'm done. It's over.
I was on my way to work at the school at 6:30 a.m. and on the back road, a guy fell asleep at the wheel and hit me. Ended up T-boning me. So I couldn't walk for about 2 months. And it was tough. It's still tough to talk about now. So I'd signed a contract to go back and play in Poland. And that's kind of the end of my football playing career. So after the injury, I did 3 months of rehab. Decided it was time to call it quits and pursue a coaching career. So I went to work at the high school full time. Worked with special ed as a teacher's assistant, and also dealt with attendance issues and things like that, like IEP students as well. So I had a really good time working at the high school. Loved the staff that I worked for, and kind of reached another breaking point again. I really wanted to pursue a career in college coaching. So saw a job on Football Scoop at Adrian College. Saw the opportunity that Adrian College has in its future right now. The facilities here are unbelievable. Kind of coming in off 223, seeing the stadium for the first time kind of blew me away. So been here now. This will be my 3rd year. I've loved every minute of it. I love the coaching staff that I work with, the players, and they really treat me well here. I hope I can make an impact on some of these guys here as far as being the best they can be on the field and in the classroom.